Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. So I really want to be on vacation now after using this palette, and y'all clicked on it. It is the Nomad Paradise Island palette. This is a first impressions video because just given how I feel about this palette, I just am not gonna have the time to do the amount of looks I'd like to do and have this up before the release, which is today. So if you want to hear my thoughts about the palette, see the swatches and 2 looks to help you decide whether or not, this is something that you're feeling, or just to be inspired, get the little tropical vibes going. Keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you're just trying to get right with your makeup collection, definitely consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So first, I have to thank Nomad Cosmetics for adding me to their PR list. This was gifted by them, and I'm just so thrilled to have this palette. I was not sure what to expect when I saw the clues being dropped. I was just kind of like, ooh, am I gonna like this color story? And I really, really do. So we're going to go into the palette. We're not going to do all the info that I usually do, but I'm going to get more into the information about the Paradise Islands because I would love to know more in my next video. So I might have mentioned this is a first impressions. I've done 2 looks and I would like to come back with more because the potential of this palette is phenomenal, and the amount of looks that you can create, I feel like there are just so many possibilities. Okay, this is an 18 shade palette. This was designed on location in the Pacific Islands, and it is inspired by Bora Bora and Tahiti. Yes, the paradise on earth. So if you are not familiar with Nomad Cosmetics, they are an indie brand and they come out with palettes based on places that they've been, thus the name Nomad. They are constantly traveling, and they even have a baby Nomad now traveling with them. So I just think it's totally cute. So I just think that is super cute. They are cruelty free and vegan. This palette has a 12-month shelf life. And what else did I want to say about it? That's it. All right, let's take a look at the palette. All right, I think this exposure captures the true colors of this palette, and I love it. I want to just talk about how each row is kind of a vibe. If a palette like this overwhelms you, just stay within the row. Stay within the row. But if you want to be inspired, let me tell you what I was doing. I was looking at these as little quads, like this right here. You'll see in my first look. That's a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, honey. This is a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can go down the columns, you can go diagonal, but this palette has endless possibilities and I love it. So I'm going to cut to the swatches now and just give you a little more information about some organizations that Nomad is supporting through this palette, which that is just awesome. So Nomad is supporting the Sea Turtle Care Center at Mana O Te Moana. And this is like a little hospital for sea turtles. And they have cared for more than 580 turtles. Through this organization, about half of them have been able to return back into the wild. Turtles are important to keeping the oceans balanced. So by Nomad supporting this organization, it is definitely a great cause, and it's supporting the sea turtles and getting them back into their environment and helping the ocean. This palette also helps to support coral Gardners. This is a nursery full of living corals that are going to be raised and replanted. And Coral Gardners is the organization who replants the corals. That is very cool. So I've never heard about this, but the nursery that they've adopted will grow 250 to 300 new baby corals, little baby nomads. Yes, and it's going to be replanted in the reef and help restore the Pacific Ocean. Okay, Nomad. So also with this palette, Nomad is going 100% plastic free, which means there's no plastic used anywhere from the factory to warehouse freight or the product itself or the packages. that they use to send the orders. It says that if we don't make a change with the amount of plastic that we are using, there could be more plastic than fish in the ocean by 2050. So a little history. Okay, I do have a little history in here. I will have the information for the organizations in the description box in case that's something that you're into. It really makes me happy to know that when you purchase a palette from Nomad that you are supporting an organization local to where the palette was designed. And this is not just the case with the Paradise palette, but also the other palettes that I have been gifted from them and the ones that I've also purchased from them, because I have done both. All right, y'all. If I didn't mention already, the palette retails for $44. It is available now. So we're gonna go ahead and get into 2 looks with this palette, y'all. I'm telling you, it's gonna make you wanna go somewhere. You're done? Yeah. Awesome. An adult vacation? It's like, no. And then after the 2 looks.
On vacation.
I'm not. I'm not on vacation. That's what I'm trying to say here. But after I do the 2 looks, I'll be back to just tell you how I feel about this beauty. So let's get into it. All right, you guys, this is gonna be a quick first impressions look with our Nomad palette. Paradise Islands. This is definitely getting me in the vibe. I have not swatched this palette yet, but I am so excited to go ahead and use it. And of course, I am gonna do something that I probably shouldn't be doing as far as look-wise with a short amount of time, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. This quad right here really stood out to me. So we're gonna do a look with that, and I'm gonna start off by taking the shade Tiki, which is this one here, and I'm gonna use it on this Dose of Colors fluffy brush. I'm gonna put that all up in the transition area. I'm so excited to see how this is gonna turn out. I'm actually not all up in the transition area. We're gonna focus it more on the front portion of the transition area. As you can see, this color is nice and pigmented, and it's going on just very smoothly as per usual. And I have on my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm gonna build this look just a little bit differently today. So I usually put my eyeshadow on the same way all the time, but I'm trying to do like a little 2-tone look. So I'm gonna go right into the shimmer, and I'm gonna be using the shade Fish, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna just take that on my finger. This one's sparkly. I have the tiniest amount of fallout here. So, you know, you could always spray this. Okay, now we're gonna go into the shade Hawaiian, and that's a matte blue. And I'm just gonna use the same Dose of Color brush, to go ahead and put this in the outer corner for the moment. Ooh, this is a beautiful blue. Not usually my blues that I like to wear, but I really do like this with the yellow. I think that looks beautiful. I know it looks kind of crazy right now, but it will come together. Just trust me. I'm gonna switch over to another fluffy brush. This is a Glamlite fluffy brush, nothing on it. And I'm just gonna diffuse that blue out. I'll probably dip back into it, but I don't wanna put on too much. So, you know, I'm just I like to build the colors versus have too much and then I can't take it off. I'm gonna leave it like this for the moment. It's not finished, but I'm gonna go into another shimmer, and I'm gonna go into the shade Ocean, which is this shade right here. If you're looking at it, it's this one. I'm gonna take this on my finger, and let's see what happens if we use this to kind of get us to the blue. You know what I mean? We're gonna use this to segue it over to the blue. So as you can see, I'm kind of covering up the matte just a bit, and I'm going about halfway over onto my lid. So I feel like that's a little more gradual as far as the color. And then what I think I'm gonna do, let's veer from that quad and let's go over here to the shade Stingray. And I'm gonna use Stingray to kind of blend out right here. So it's actually taking some of the depth away in the look. It's keeping it there, but it's taking it away just a taste, which is fine. Okay, wait, that was not necessarily what I was trying to do, but that's okay. So we're gonna have to do a little more blending there. This is what happens when you get carried away. I expect the looks to come together, and therefore it shall. So I'm just gonna blend this into the Tiki shade, which was our original transition. And you can see it's diffusing out pretty nicely, and I'm feeling a lot better about this. Okay, get a little more of Ocean on here. Ocean is so pretty. So yeah, we kind of got this two-toned action going on that I think I want to mirror on the lower lash line. So I am gonna take this Sonia G Soft Shader brush back into the shade Tiki. And I'm sorry I'm not zooming in on the brushes, you guys. I'm just trying not to be late to work because oh yeah, I gotta hurry up. I'm just taking this along the lower lash line, halfway. I'm even putting some of it on the inner corner, which is fine. And then I'm gonna go into, I forgot how to say the word already, Huahani, which was our original deep blue. And I'm just gonna gradually have the colors fade in together. And this is pretty much gonna be the look. It does need to be cleaned up just a little bit, and I will do that. But let's get an inner corner highlight going on. And I was thinking about the shade Bora Bora or Sun, which are these two here, but I think I'm gonna go with Bora Bora. It looks kind of matte in the pan, but it is one of those iridescent shimmers. And it is pink and iridescent, but as you can see, it's taking on, I think it has some hints of lavender or blue in here, and it's taking on more of a blue tone because of the yellow that I put in the inner corner already, which I kind of like because it makes it a little bit matchy-matchy. Like sometimes I don't like matchy-matchy, but sometimes it's good, and in this case, I enjoy. So that's gonna be the look. So I am going to go ahead, let me just back up so y'all can kind of see what it looks like from afar. So you see, I mean, up close, it was like, too much. But I think this looks really nice. It's got me in some summer vibes for today. Let me finish this off camera and I'll be back to let you know what else I added to the look. I take it back, I like it. Okay, yes, see, sometimes I have to take the headband off and just have everything done, and then we can see just a full situation. So let's zoom in. Okay, yes, this is good. I do like this. All right, let me close my eyes so y'all see. I'll take it. Okay, to finish up my eyes, I use this NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick. The shade is Blue Trip. Come on, pastels that I said I don't like. I just put that on my lower lashes. I'm pumped up now. Trying a new mascara. This is the Melt Supernatural Lash Mascara. I've probably had this since the last Sephora sale. And there's the wand on that. First impressions of this, I mean, it's cool. But you know, I had to retire my bad gal bang, so I need to open up a new one. Okay, for lips, I have on the Vive lip liner in the shade Rumor, one of my favorite lip liners. That's that. And for the lipstick, I'm wearing Patrick Ta. Oh, she's single. Okay, there it is. And for blush, I don't have it sitting out. This is the Wayne Goss Sweet Wildflower palette, blush palette. And I just wanted to have a subtle blush because I knew I was gonna use this quad and I don't wanna look like a clown. So I like this look. I'm excited now. I'm pumped up and let me go to work. But yeah, I am feeling this look. I like it. I like the gradient. I do enjoy this blue. Look at me, who am I? Who am I? But you know what? What made the look for me was adding this ocean shade right here. It almost reminds me a little bit of our color of the year, that Very Perry shade, as I'm adding more when I need to leave. But that's okay because I just need more of it. It's so pretty. I love this. Little Pantone color here. Yes, we do. You see how quickly makeup can change your vibe, can change your mood. I'm in Bora Bora, y'all. That's where I'm going. Right down the street to Bora Bora Elementary School. All right, y'all, let's get into another look. All right, you guys, we're gonna do another look with our Paradise Islands palette. I am gonna go first into the shade Mana. That's the shade right here. And I'm gonna be using a Sigma E35 brush. Just gonna start this shade in the transition area, this time starting from the inner corner. And just gonna drag it on over using some circular motions like so. Okay, so I really like this shade. I'm a huge fan of orange eyeshadow, but I love this matte shade, and I love how easy it was to use. I'm like in a predicament right now because there's so many ways you can go with this palette. I just don't know what other shade I want to use. I'm gonna go into this shade. This is the shade Seashell. Here it is up close, and I'm gonna continue to use this Sigma brush. Now hopefully the blending, you know, works well together. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we go ahead and drag this out. Now I'm getting a little bit of fallout. I didn't really tap off my brush, so you might want to tap it off because these mattes are a little powdery, which is probably why they blend out so well. And you can see I have a little fallout right here, and I'm gonna try to whisk away. Let's see, whisk it. All right, so I'll tap my brush off this time and just try to create a bit of a gradient transition between the two shades. I think that actually looks pretty good. So just want it to fade. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the shimmers before I do anything else. And I already know I wanna use the shade Morea, and that's this one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one on my finger and focus it on the main part of the lid. I love this one. This is beautiful. It's very vibrant. Come on. Let's use the shade Shark, shall we? That's this shimmer right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that on this BH Cosmetics packing brush, and that's what it looks like. I did not spray it, so we'll see if that's a necessity. Did I use Shark? I hope I didn't use Shark in the last look, but I feel like I did. I don't know, but it's too late now. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. And it's actually creating a bit of a purple vibe right here since it's going on top of our pink shade. I like it. These shimmers are so beautiful, and they've got a really nice sparkle to them. Really, really nice. Let's go back into Seashell again, which is the purple, and let's see what happens. Let's see if we can just make that purple a little more prominent. Now I am gonna go ahead, I switched brushes unknowingly. This is a BK Beauty 201 brush. So this is gonna be a lighter look. I might try to get one more shimmer in the mix. Now what I wanna do is go into the shade Tahiti. And we have Tahiti right here. You can see it's a deeper purple shimmer. And I'm gonna go back into my BH Cosmetics packing brush. Now I'm thinking I should have sprayed this, but I wanted to just try to get one more shimmer in the mix. Can you see it right there? Let's go ahead with a finger. I'm going back into Morea too. I don't want to cover up the pink all the way. I think we can see that a little bit. Now we need something for our lower lash line. I think I know what I want to do, I think. So what I want to do for the lower lash line is kind of have that orange be present on the bottom. So let's go back into our starting shade, which is Mana. And we're going to go ahead and put that on the lower lash line. And I'm going to go ahead and use an eggshell pencil brush. I think it'll just make the look really cohesive by having the orange on the bottom, because it's like a sandwich. Like you have the orange on the top layer, and then you have the orange on the bottom layer, and all these beautiful colors sandwiched in between. So I really like that. And then I'm going to take some of the purple and just have the bottom outer corner meet the top. So I'm going to take the same brush and go into Seashell, which is the purple, and I'm just concentrating it here in the outer corner. You're not even really gonna see it too much, but I just think it's gonna bring the top and bottom together. Y'all would not believe that the boys are here, would y'all? You know why? Because they just ate dinner. So we just had dinner and they're full. We had wings. Well, August didn't want wings. He wanted mac and cheese and his vegetables. And Marky ate wings, mac and cheese, and green beans. Okay, inner corner. Wait. Ooh. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Whale. Now, Whale is like, it's another iridescent shimmer. So you see it right there. I think that's gonna be beautiful. Part of me wanted to go into Fish, but I just wanna use as many shades as I can in these two looks. And then, you know, we can come back and do another, just an inspo video, but just wanna use some different shades. That is gorgeous. Ooh. Oh, I love this. Okay. Do we need a brow bone highlight? I mean, why not? I am gonna go into the shade Sky. I'm gonna use that to highlight my brow bone. This is very, very subtle. And this isn't gonna like really be a standout brow bone highlight, but it is present. I am here for this palette, y'all. I am here for it. You know what shade I can't wait to use? This shade Moon right here. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use that shade. But that's gonna be another video. Yes, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this one. I can't. As per usual, I'm gonna finish this off camera and then I'm gonna come back and wrap up this first impressions video. All right, you guys. So I am back with the second finished look. I love this too. Yes. Take me to the beach, y'all. Come on. I'm trying to go. Okay, all of my face details are the same except for the liner. This is the shade Aglow by Colourpop. There it is. And I just took that on the lower lashes and I did do just a thin line of black liner on my top lashes because when I went to take my pictures and I had my eyes closed, you could see some of the purple on my lashes. So I just wanted to make sure my lashes were black and just that they stood out. I didn't want them to be purple. So that's it. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this was just a quick first impressions video because since the palette is releasing today or released today, because I'm not even sure what time I'm going to get this up, but I am going to get it up on release day. I just wanted to make sure that I had something up, and I have not explored this palette in its entirety by any means. But just off of my first impressions, this is really surprising, but I would have to say this might be one of my favorite Nomad palettes. I really, really like this one a lot. And I like how this palette is organized because it's like each row is a vibe. And if you're uncomfortable or don't know where to start, you can just stay within the row and just create something magnificent. And I really, really like that about this palette a lot. It just gives me those tropical summertime vibes. I definitely want to do more looks and some comparisons. I just would not have time to get all of that done and have it up for the release. I just wanted to provide some inspo in case this is a palette that you're considering. I liked my first look so much that I came home and took my makeup off and did this look, and I rarely do that. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this palette. I think it is great. And if you don't have anything in your collection like that that's like tropical, like this is the perfect palette. It's gonna make you want to go on vacation though. I will warn you about that. In any case, use the code FrizzFace for 10% off. I don't get any money for it, or use somebody's code just with the 10% off being available. We need to save our money when we can, especially if you have palette problems like I do. So thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today. Please be on the lookout for another video really soon with 3 looks. And I hope this was therapy for you because it always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.